Hello guys, once again welcome back to our FIFA World Cup daily show. And already this FIFA World Cup have shattered, multiple record. They have shattered the all-time, goals record, in a single edition of the FIFA World Cup. It has shattered all-time attendance record, and also uh, first time 48 teams World Cup, and has gifted us, a lot of thrilling games, lot of nerve-wracking games so far. We are almost, close to the end of group stage. Then we will move to the knockout. But so far this World Cup has gifted us several thrilling night. In this episode, we are obviously going to discuss about Cape Verde's fairy tale story, and then of course Belgium qualifying into the knockout, and also we look forward to the games of Argentina and Portugal as well, and also England. England are yet to secure their place in the knockout. But first, to start with Rwanda, Cape Verde, their fairy tale continues at this World Cup. What can other underdog nation can learn from Cape Verde at this World Cup?
Well, they have punched way above their expectations. Nobody expected Cape Verde when they qualified that they will finish in a group of Spain, Uruguay, and it's also Saudi Arabia, who have defeated Argentina last time. They will finish second above Uruguay and Saudi. So it's a lesson not only for the other underdog nations, also for big nations like India, China, who have the big money infrastructure, but yet are not even close to qualification for the World Cup, right? And even those teams like Qatar, Saudi, they also teach a lesson that money is not the only thing to do well in a World Cup. You need to have that structure in place. You need to have that vision in place to do well in a big stage. If you see Cape Verdean, the national league, the country is built or consisted of 11 small islands. Nine of them are inhabited by people, and each nine island have their own football league, and the champion of each league plays a different league. Then after those individual leagues are completed, and then the one champion of Cape Verdean football is decided. So that many matches the teams play in their domestic circuit. So that also brings up a huge tenacity to go on the big stage, of course. Unfortunately, they will face Argentina in the next round. I personally, as an Argentinian fan, I'm in a dual situation right now. I'm happy for Argentina. They got perhaps an easier opponent to go through the next round. Also, for Cape Verde, I think it would be unfortunate for them if they manage to pull up an upset as well. It's 90% unlikely to happen. So it will perhaps be end of their run in this World Cup. But again, the performance they have shown in this World Cup will stay with us for long. Will be a template for future underdog teams as well. The way they have performed, and for each Cape Verdean player, they will fight among themselves who will get that Lionel Messi jersey after the match.
Absolutely. I mean, Cape Verde, outstanding story so far at this World Cup. And just before this show, another dramatic game between Egypt and Iran. Iran almost, secured a 2-1 victory, but unfortunately, that goal was, ruled out for a marginal offside. Or else, by now, Iran would have, almost they have secured their place in the knockout. But now they will have to play the waiting game. Though as of now, the top eight, third place team in that ranking, Iran sit sixth, but obviously they will have to depend on the games of Algeria and DR Congo, their final group stage game. If Iran make it to the knockout, then this will be a great moment for Iran football team and also their fans back home, because we all know what they had to deal with before this World Cup, and also during this World Cup as well. Though now they got some relaxation in their travel restriction a bit, but so far this World Cup campaign have been brilliant for Iran because they are unbeaten in their three group stage game. But Somnath, how good was France last night against Norway? I mean, Norway was fielding their second team, but still they fought really well against France. But Usman Dembele, I mean, just a week ago he had only 0 goal in the World Cup, but now he has scored 4 goals at the World Cup.
Oh, obviously, France played as per the expectations against a completely reversed Norway team. there were 10 changes in last night's game, and obviously, since Norway has already qualified for the next round, so the coach has made these decisions. Erling Haaland, players like Odegaard, they were all in the bench on the bench, and the time France were was scoring in the match, and the camera was the focus was shifted on Erling Haaland and Odegaard, and we all saw that they were laughing during the match. So obviously this has been the character for the Norway team. They are pretty sporty, and they are casual with this game. So it is pretty funny. But if you talk about the game, obviously France once again is proving that why they are one of the most dangerous team, and day by day we can obviously say that this France team is looking more dangerous. Obviously, the Norway team, it has been their reserve team. The reserve bench was playing. Most of the players were new. Even the goalkeeper was changed for this match. So the start was pretty decent. Even in the we could have seen the fastest goal in the history of the FIFA World Cup if Mbappe would have finished that goal. I think within 20 seconds of the start of the match, Mbappe, took a shot which was deflected by the goalkeeper, and it hit the post. So could have been another record in the World Cup, but again,
Which
from
was the
that,
second?
obvious
What was the time when this
uh,
happened?
25 25 seconds.
No, then it wouldn't have been because the fastest goal stands with Hakan Şükür of Turkey back in 22. It was 11 seconds against Tunisia.
Okay, okay. So obviously one of the fastest goals
But one of
could
the
have
fastest
happened,
goals,
but
yes.
absolutely. But then the way France, dictated the first half, it was absolutely brilliant, and we can see the brilliance of Ousmane Dembele and why he is the, potent Ballon d'Or winner. You can see that with the kind of finishing he has and the kind of form he is in currently. I mean, all the three goals, if you consider, he came from the right flank, cut in the penalty box, and you know. Showed his brilliant finishing skills to score all those three goals. First goal was a right-footed finish, and the next two goals were a left-footed finish. Completely, just left the Norway goalkeeper with no choice. Obviously, Dembele, players like Mbappe. Mbappe had two assists in the match. Dembele had an hat trick and a 35-minute hat trick, the third fastest hat trick in FIFA World Cup history. So all these records, all these things, obviously are in favor of France, and obviously they are one of the most dangerous side in this World Cup. And in the round of 32, I think they will look to continue this dominating fashion of win through and through to the next round.
Absolutely, but Rwanda, how shocking it was, that Uruguay, they were knocked out of this World Cup, from the group stage. I mean, Spain obviously made it to the next round, and of course, after that, we'll talk about the teams who have already made it to the knockout, and also some, thrilling games waiting for us in the knockout stage. But how shocking was, Uruguay's exit, especially with the kind of talent they have, at the disposal of Marcelo Bielsa.
Well, of course, it's unfortunate. Before I come to that one, one thing from the Norway France game, however much they make fun among themselves, they laugh. Norway could have made the scoreline different with that penalty save by Maigan, and then on the 71st minute, if you remember, there was a clear chance of goal that was brilliantly saved
Absolutely.
again by the goalkeeper. So
Even
two
I
goals they
was
could have.
shocked, that they have been playing in the first half with that second string team.
Absolutely, and they could have scored two goals. One penalty miss. It was a more than the save. It was more of a casual shot approach to hitting the penalty. And on the 71st minutes, another brilliant one-on-one save again by the goalkeeper under the French goal. I think he plays for AC Milan, but the scoreline could have been different. But yes, coming to Uruguay, nobody expected them to go out like that, and they have been poor. They have been poor. The only good thing they have done is that the home jersey and away jerseys, they have done multiple headlines with their jerseys, with their Wakanda Forever jersey, and even their home jersey, the sky blue one with the collar, that's also looks good. But performance-wise, they have not shown. They have not done justice to to their name. Two times world champion, two times Olympic gold medalists, but great footballing history, rich history. But unfortunately, in the recent times, apart from I think a third place Copa finish, they have not done much. Uh, so it wasn't expected from Uruguay, with especially with someone like Marcelo Bielsa guiding them. But he's a pedigreed coach, done well with multiple sides with Leeds. He did well with Argentine clubs as well. One of regarded as one of the greatest tacticians, but this Uruguay side did not do well, and that Cape Verde match will hurt them a lot. You know, when they go back and take stock of this campaign, that Cape Verde match will hurt them a lot. They could have done well in that game, but yes, someone's lost, someone's gained. Cape Verde goes on to the next round and will face Argentina. Argentina's gain as well. They would have faced perhaps Uruguay other than Cape Verde. So I think that.
Absolutely, but Shobnath, just look at these, knockout games: Brazil versus Japan, Ivory Coast versus Norway, Mexico as a host nation, but still waiting for the opponent. But Argentina versus Cabo Verde. Being a Brazil fan, are you a bit jealous of Argentina, the kind of path they have, till the semi-final, and also Brazil versus Japan? Do you think Brazil will make it to the round of 16?
Not about jealousy. I think we have been lucky for teams in this FIFA World Cup. I mean, in the previous lives we were saying that if Cape Verde, manages to get a point against Egypt, and if Uruguay
Sorry.
loses against Spain, then Saudi loses against Spain, then obviously Argentina and Cape Verde will play in the round of 32, and it's happening. So obviously the Cape Verde team should thank us. But apart from
Even
that,
the next
I think
match, even the next match, if Argentina wins the Cape Verde match, they will face the winner of Australia versus Egypt. So that also a relatively easier opponent than the other parts of the World Cup.
Absolutely.
absolutely
And I think
in the
Argentina played against Australia last edition as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
Demi McLaren played that match, no?
that viral photo of Messi and Jason Cummings, obviously, yes.
Jason Cummings.
But obviously, in the quarterfinals, also Argentina could get a comparatively easier opponent, one of Norway, Ivory Coast, somewhat like that. So it has been a easier path for Argentina. But again, you have to beat tough teams. Obviously, at one stage of the World Cup to actually lift the trophy. And obviously, for Brazil, the part is difficult somewhat. Obviously, Japan is one of the most agile, most fierce team when it comes to speed. Uh, so obviously, Japan is a very good team. And apart from that, if Brazil wins this match, most probably they will face Norway in the round of 16. So it's very interesting. But yes, obviously, the kind of form Argentina is in right now, I think it wouldn't even matter that which of the opponent, which of the strongest opponent would they face in the round of 16 or the round of 32. But I guess yes, obviously Argentina. But again, there is a thing called overconfidence. Argentina should not be overconfident in for these matches. Against Cape Verde, it will be easy, and we have to remember that Cape Verde is unbeaten in the group stages. They have not lost against Spain. They have not lost against Uruguay. So they are not a team who will just come and show up for the round of 32 and you just go home. Not like that. They will fight for that round of 16 spot. But yes, Argentina will be have to clinical, and obviously when you have Lionel Messi, I think not only Cabo Verde, every team in the world will get that thing that no, this team has Lionel Messi. He can be a game changer. He can score a goal in split seconds. So obviously it will be a very interesting match.
Absolutely. For Brazil versus Japan, I think obviously Brazil have to play their A game if they really want to overcome Japan in the round of 16. And you can never say that Brazil will face Norway only in the round of 16 if they wins against Japan, because you never rule out an African nation. Ivory Coast
Yeah.
versus Norway will be another games to watch out for. I mean, African nation against European nation, obviously, mouth-watering clash. But Rwanda, obviously, coming to the Argentina Cape Verde, obviously, comparatively, they have easier path to the till the quarterfinal. But uh, Argentina versus Jordan, what do you think? Lionel Scaloni would like to test his team against Jordan, but obviously as per reports he is going to rest Lionel Messi on the bench. So against Jordan, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, of course, why not? And it's good that they have already secured the berth, and they have the option to taste the bench, because that will be important as they move forward. Uh, with the path currently, we will face Cape Verde and any one of, if I'm considering they will be in that match. One of Egypt or Australia, they're also perhaps an easier opponent. But after that, um, at one point you will face tough opponents, right? So you can't have every match easy till the final. So at one point you will have to face the tough opponent. So it's good to, of course, get something tasted on the bench. We Argentina have not been tested in the previous two games. If you see, not a single. They have kept clean sheets, and apart from that offside goal rule against Algeria, Emi Martinez and the defense have not been tested also like that. So it will be good to see how the team performs without Lionel Messi, because till now the game has revolved around Messi. Everyone doing their part. Everyone is giving their hard work, giving their best. But the ball comes from everywhere to Lionel Messi for him to score, right? Even when Julian Alvarez got that chance against Austria, he failed to score, and again fell back to Messi, and he scored that one. So most of the game have revolved around Lionel Messi. So it will be good to see, even if Messi plays come out as per the situation, maybe in the 70 or 75th minute, and play final 10, 20, 10, 15 minutes of the game. That's good to be in the shape, but it will be important to see how the team performs without Lionel Messi. And I'm more interested about the other side, how Portugal finishes in the group, and who are the opponents they face. Because
Absolutely.
if they win, they will go by the Argentina route, and Argentina
Okay.
might face each other in the quarterfinals. And if they lose, they will go in the Germany route. So that will be difficult for them. So it will be interesting to see where Portugal ends up tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. About Argentina, I think the only concern has been they have scored 5 goals at this World Cup, and all came from Lionel Messi's foot. So other also need to step in. Obviously, that will give them much needed confidence before the knockout. So far, it has been Lionel Messi's heroic, but Argentina as a team they need to, I think, step up before the knockout. So against Jordan, they can really taste their bench as well. So big opportunity for Lionel Scaloni as well, and also to give rest to the players who have been. Playing, have played most of the minutes in the last two games. But I mean, another path, if we see another other teams who have already qualified for the knockout, obviously Germany will be facing Paraguay. Shomnath, how difficult do you think it will be for Germany? Because keeping on mind how they have struggled against Ecuador in the last game, and also the way Latin American teams are performing at this World Cup, especially Colombia, Ecuador, and Paraguay.
Despite a poor performance against Ecuador for Germany, I would say that the Paraguay game will be comparatively easy for the German side, because obviously, if you know the form Paraguay is currently in, it is not that good. They were thrashed against USA, and obviously, if we consider the German side, I don't know actually. In one match we will see that the German team is completely a different team when it comes to attacking and all. But if you watch another game, the German side looks clueless. So it is a very tough test for Nagelsmann, to handle this entire thing. And obviously Ecuador has showed the flaws that this German team has currently. Obviously, against strong and physical teams, Germany is struggling, which is very unlike Germany again. And obviously, in the defense, due to, as we know, the Schlotterbeck is injured and is most probably out of this tournament. So obviously, of aged Rudiger has to play in the defense, and I think there lies the problem. Jonathan Tah and Rudiger, the two center backs, aren't combining so well, and chances are being created through those gaps. And obviously, since it was Ecuador, they were not clinical as much because they lack a proper number 9. But if it's a good team, then Germany will suffer in this World Cup. Germany is lucky that they are facing Paraguay in the next round, so that pressure will not be on Germany. But if apart from Paraguay, there were teams like like the Sweden, like Morocco, who have strikers like Saibari. It would have been very difficult for the German side. Germany, due to the after the first match, looks a completely different side thanks to Undaf. They managed to get 3 points from the Ivory Coast game, but again, Germany needs to solve those problems because they are after the Curacao game they are not looking convincing at all, and this is a very big problem for Nagelsmann also.
Absolutely, and these are the other teams who have qualified for the knockout so far. Two Asian nations, Australia, and obviously Japan, who have made it to the next round, and of course South Korea are still waiting for the other result whether they can qualify or not. But yeah, this will be a bit disappointing. Anyone between Germany or France, will be knockout.
Yeah.
From the round of 16 if they qualify. But I think Germany is going to face steep task against Paraguay because the way Latin American teams have been performing so far at this knockouts, obviously it's going to be difficult. But France also is going to face a difficult task against Sweden because Sweden's journey has been special so far at this World Cup because they haven't qualified through the Euro qualifiers, but they took the advantage of the UEFA Nations League, and then they qualified through the Confederation and playoff, and now they have qualified for the later stages of the tournament. I mean, the way Alexander Isak, then Ilanga and the Gyökeres have find their form at the right time. So I think Sweden also capable of giving a difficult time to France in the knockout for sure. But Rwanda, what about Portugal versus Colombia? I think uh, another high stake clash which will decide who will finish as the group winners. Uh, do you see Colombia, pulling off an upset against Portugal? The way Colombia have been performing, since the Copa America, then in the World Cup qualifiers, and obviously Portugal found their rhythm back, but that's against Uzbekistan.
Well, of course, and the three matches you mentioned, Germany versus Paraguay, Norway versus Sweden, Portugal versus Colombia. I think Portugal have the toughest opponent among the three because Colombia are one physical side. They have been doing well in the South American circuit, and South American teams have performed well in this World Cup so far. I don't see Germany struggling much against Paraguay, and France hopefully will win against Sweden, and Germany will face France in the next round, and that will be the match we all will be looking forward. And I'm really happy that one of the big boys will be out. So that way, Argentina are a bit secured in the next routes. But coming to this Portugal side, Portugal against Colombia will be a great clash. Uh, Portugal won't be finding so easy as they got against Uzbekistan, against Colombia. Of course, Colombia are a great side. Physical side, Portugal needs to continue their momentum. Of course, the way they performed last game against Uzbekistan, they did not just show the quality, they did not show the skills because they already had that. What they showed was character. The second goal, Nuno Mendes, the deception that they did, Bruno Fernandes passing the ball to Ronaldo, and they are playing with each other. They're passing the balls. Ronaldo, that goal that Ronaldo scored, clinical finish. So they showed the character that they lacked against DR Congo. If they maintain that, of course, they will find it perhaps 60-40 against Colombia, but Colombia can really create an upset or perhaps a draw. And it will be interesting to see where Portugal finishes in the group stages. If they wins the group, they will be going through the Argentina route, as I have already mentioned. And perhaps in the quarterfinal, we'll see Argentina versus Portugal. And if they lose, or they finish second, they will be going by the Germany France route, and they will face perhaps one of those teams going forward. So it's they will also Roberto Martinez will also have the equations in mind and go about where to how to go take this game. But it will be a cracker of a game, cracker of a contest, and it won't be that easy like it was against Uzbekistan for Portugal.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, I think for Portugal, they have find their rhythm, found the rhythm at the right time against Uzbekistan. But against Colombia, they are going to difficult tasks, and obviously, eyes will be on Cristiano Ronaldo whether he can join, Mbappe, Lionel Messi in the Golden Boot race or
So
not.
now what's the
Uh,
question of the Golden Boot with Dembele also scoring two,
Dembele 4 goals.
Dembele 4 goals,
Dembele
Messi
scored a hat
five,
trick
and
last night. Messi is still
Still, it's
uh,
five. It is
Messi.
still leading there.
Still, it's Messi.
still
Still
is
Messi
Messi,
leading the
and
race.
I think Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior four.
Actually, actually, there are four players right now who are in, 4 goals. Vini, Mbappe, it's Dembele and
And,
Haaland. I think 4 players.
and
So Messi only
Mbappe,
5 goals.
Holland, Dembele, Messi only 5 goals. I mean, at
Uh,
39, still leading the Golden Boot race, and hopefully Ronaldo will also join him. I think obviously Portugal
hmm.
need Ronaldo to fire if they really want to, get past Colombia, because especially Latin American teams actually getting the advantage because they are very much accustomed to this kind of weather condition in
Hmm.
North America. Whether European teams are struggling a bit, but Norway have defied all logic and expectation. Actually, the way they have been performing so far at this World Cup. Especially Norway have stunned everyone. I mean, Norway's head coach with the lineup they have fielded against France. So far, Norway have been absolutely brilliant at this World Cup. Spain have already secured their place. After that narrow victory over Uruguay. USA as a host nation, they will be facing Bosnia versus Herzegovina, and most likely to make it to the round of 16 as well. Belgium also they hit their form at the right moment. They thrashed New Zealand 5-1 after two consecutive draw in the first two games. Belgium also hit the form at the right time, and we are going to see a better Belgium. Hopefully, we'll see a better Belgium in the knockout round. Last few minutes, and we'll end with a fun session. We will select the best 11 so far from the group stage. First, I will start with Somnath. Somnath, why don't you go with the defense? Best backline so far at this World Cup. Then I will come to Rohanda for the midfield part, and I will end with the attacking lineup.
Uh, Interesting. If you talk about the defense, then obviously one of them will be William Saliba. And if you talk about the other defender, I think it can be given to Cape Verde's defender, their captain. I am forgetting his name. Sorry, my bad. But I think he deserves that appreciation because we all know Curaçao the way. Sorry, Cape Verde the way they have been unbeaten in this tournament. So obviously the captain of Cape Verde, the defender Lopez, I think, and obviously with him, it will be William Saliba in the right back position. I will give it to, I can give it to Danilo, obviously, because at this age, he was the best player of Brazil against, in the last match against Scotland. At this age, the way he was overlapping, the way he was, defending, it was absolutely great. The right back would be Danilo, and for the left back, I think it's no doubt it's Nuno Mendes, the way he's defending, the way he's scoring free kicks, absolutely. So these are my four choices.
Absolutely. My midfield so far, I think it will be obviously I will keep Joe Neves, no doubt. Being the shortest player on the pitch, he scored that header against Dear Congo, and obviously I will have to keep Gimenez as well. The way he has been performing so far,
Bruno as well.
uh, you know,
Bruno did well. Bruno
Bruno
Fernandes did
Fernandes.
well.
Obviously, that's my three midfielders: Bruno Fernandes, João Neves, and obviously Guimarães. Because so far Guimarães have been a standout player for Brazil. Rohanda, your attacking lineup, of course, Messi will lead the lineup, but still, apart from Messi, the other two players, it's actually the easy pick for.
Yeah, Messi did well. Mbappe, of course. Vini did well. Uh, so we have a lot many goal scorers, and in this World Cup so far, the top players, the stars have performed. So Vini have performed, Mbappe performed, Messi performed, Ronaldo joined the party late. So it was a good star-studded World Cup so far. For midfields, we also have to look into Argentina sides Rodrigo de Paul, because he perhaps not been in the limelight, but the way he actually played the physical football for Argentina in the midfield area or in the side area. So that also helped Messi and the others to move forward. So that will be an underrated pick for me as well. And of course, attacking line so far have been an easier one because with the goal scoring tallies, you can see that Messi, Mbappe, Vini, and all, even Haaland, they have all performed well.
Absolutely, and hopefully, when we will again, select our best 11 after the round of 32. Hopefully, we'll see, how many
Who have
players.
been
I
the
mean, we'll have
best
to see how many.
goalkeeper so far? Who have been the
So
best
far,
goalkeeper so far?
I think obviously, someone from those underdog nation. I mean, Curacao or Cabo Verde.
We
Obviously,
can we
Bozina has
can give
been
it to
the
Bozina.
story of this World Cup.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, in the
Bozina,
last
yes.
game also he played, in front of his mother at the stand. So obviously one of the best story at this World Cup. And we'll see,
And he
after
is
the
now
round of
free
32.
agent. He's now free agent. So you can ask the Mohun Bagan management if they can,
But
if they
but
want to
almost
bring
at
him to
but
India.
almost at the end of his career, how many years he will be able to play? I mean, hardly 2 or 3 years. Like,
He's
2 4.
considering a move to Brazil. He's considering a move to Brazil.
Oh, great, great, great. That's great. Okay,
Also,
so let's see.
if we talk about defender, I was forgetting one name. Paul Van Hickey, the Dutch defender. Obviously, he has been brilliant in this World Cup. He would be the best defender for me, obviously.
Absolutely. I think he already signed a contract with Tottenham. So Tottenham, they are really busy at transfer window and
Hmm.
really making a great team for the upcoming season. So that's it for now. From Monday, the round of 32 will start, and of course, another action-packed week. There will be heartbreak. There will be some incredible story, and we just can't wait for those. So that's it for now. Thanks to all of our viewers for joining the show, and also to Rohanda and Somnath for joining us. And just stay tuned to episodes for more such stories, more such shows from the FIFA World Cup. So that's it for now. See you in our next show.